Ohayo gozaimasu, minasan. So today we are back with a brand new video, and it's a little bit of an update video. There are a few videos from Japan that I still need to upload. However, I've just been extremely busy since coming back and going snowboarding. So without further ado, before we get into what's going on with the Sylvia, let's play some video footage from snowboarding, which was a whole week, which was sick. Ohayo gozaimasu, minasan. I don't know if you guys are into snowboarding or sports or anything like that, and I feel like every car guy sort of has a background in either BMXing, some sort of boarding, whether it's snowboarding, skateboarding, surfing, windsurfing. I feel like most car guys have that passion, or used to. And I used to be a skateboarder growing up since the age of like 9 or 10. And now we do snowboarding here with my dad and my brother and a few friends. So I'm hopefully going to get some cool video, cool sights of some of the slopes. We are currently in Trevinia in Italy. The Matterhorn is right there behind me, and the other side of that is Switzerland. We don't really have much snow, but there's plenty enough to board. My brother's just learning now. This is his first snowboarding trip. Really excited to be on it with the family. Sorry you can't see my face, but it is freezing up here already. I think it's like -5. But yeah, look at these views and let's get going. So here is the Matterhorn, here is my dad. He's got a GoPro, so hopefully get some footage. And this is the mountain region we are in. Absolutely beautiful. My brother is somewhere down there. So this is just the practice slope, first day. Already done 2 runs, had a good go. So I'm just gonna keep warming up and let's get it. There we go. Now that you've seen that, it was absolutely incredible. I had the best time ever. Obviously still unscathed, not injured from it, which is always a bonus whenever you do something like snowboarding or skiing, whatever you do. But today we are working on the S15, and the reason for that is the MOT is coming up. So what we need to do is change the track rod ends. Everyone's favorite job. It's not the worst job in the world. Usually you think it's going to go a lot quicker than it does, but if you've got perished track rod ends, it's an MOT failure. So we are changing them out just because the steering is feeling a little bit meh, and I checked them and they are a little bit perished. So we're going to change them, make sure they're all good. Hopefully I'm going to show you how to do it. So because we are a little bit low in the S15, I've got some wood to roll up onto, because even with the low profile jack, I hit the side skirts. So we're going to try and miss the side skirts, because obviously I need to ramp up onto something. We're not even that low. It's just practicality in England. There's potholes everywhere. But I'll show you how low we are. So obviously wheel gap, obviously like we could have a little bit less, but we don't want to, because this body kit sits quite low. Like, it's not the lowest, but I mean, like, you get it. Potholes in England, boo. Do something about it. So we are now rolled up onto the wood. It's not a lot, obviously. Just like half an inch, I think. Just enough to give us a little bit of clearance. We don't need a lot, but let's see how it goes. Just a reminder, you always want to crack your wheels before you lift the car up. Like, just crack the nuts. So when you go to take it, like, lift it up, then you're not struggling for your life to try and take the wheel off, especially if you don't have a impact gun. Obviously I'm going to try and show you as much as I can with trying to get the car up and everything that I'm doing, but I'm a one-man band today. Don't have Jared, don't have Jer Bear, have no one. My dad's not feeling very well, so we are going to be doing this solo dolo, and we'll see how we get on. So I've switched over to the actual camera. I don't even know how this is going to look. I don't even know if this looks good or not, but we have got the car all jacked up. We are about to take this wheel off to access the track rod. Okay, so we have now taken the wheel off. Obviously I have a spacer on. I would like a hub-centric spacer, so there's a lot of things that I need to do to the car. Here is my old teen suspension, and obviously I've cut this away to try and do the new calipers, but if we look in here we can see the track rod. I don't know how much you can see it, but the track rod is literally like here, and it's completely perished, if you can see that. I didn't realise this side was that bad, but good thing we're changing these out. So we are going to at some point change the tie rod and the track rod, but that's for a later date. We're just trying to get this to pass the MOT right now, so let's get cracking. I will point out that on most track rod ends you have like a pin that comes around, like it bends over like a crown nut, and you need to take off the pin, like pull the pin through and unwind the crown nut a little bit, just a little bit, and then because it's usually quite stuck in there in the bore, you need to hit it to make it loose, which is why you don't undo the crown nut, so that you don't fully smack it out, because it's quite tough. So just to stop it, like similar when you do a steering wheel, you don't undo the full nut properly, you undo it a bit and then make the steering wheel loose and then take it off. Top tip. So guys, sorry if this is too bright, too dull, I can't really tell on the camera. I'm trying to turn the ISO up. Okay, that's a bit better. So here you can see I've undone the crown nut, and this here is the track rod, which needs to come down in order to be released. However, we need to smack the thread at the top here in order for it to come down. So what we're trying to do is make it come up to about here, so it just sits a little bit proud of where the top of the thread is, so that we can hit it with a mallet and it will drop loose, and then we can undo the rest of this, drop it out, and then we're moving on to the next step. So I didn't film it because it's very hard to do with one hand. This was in here, and obviously now it has dropped out. So what we want to do now is count how far down, how many threads we have here, and make sure that when we slacken this off, we keep in tune with exactly where this is. And when we unwind this, because we basically have to unscrew this bit, we have to count how many times, how many revolutions we do it. So it'll be 1 revolution, 2 revolution. Count how many times you do that, and then when you put the new one on, you count how many times you wind it in to try and match as close as you can this. And also take into account the length here from here to here, because it might be different if you've got a different brand or a newer version of the track rod, like if it's the OE one or whatever. Just keep that in mind, okay? Because otherwise it's going to push it further out or further in, and that will change your toe. Yes. So this is the old track rod. This is embarrassing. I can't believe how bad that is. This is why I want to upgrade to like IKEA formula or something. I think it will make it a lot better and more durable and last a lot longer. That is just awful. Check your track rods, guys. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. You might not be able to see it. Oh, you can actually see it on camera. So this is the difference in length, and this is what we want to look out for. So I counted 26 and 3/4 turns. So now we need to measure this distance and then take that into account, because this is going to basically be a lot further out. So a little update for you guys. The wheel is now back on. I've tightened everything up. I've made allowances for the actual length of the track rod. Just need to tighten up these 5 lug nuts, and then we're moving on to the other side. Let's go. So we did end up getting the other side free, but it's taken a lot longer than anticipated. Somebody tightened it up too much. not happy, but we move and we're almost done. So you shouldn't say that when you're working on a car. Let's hope that we're almost done, because we just got to put this on, tighten it up, make sure that we turn it on enough times, and then we are good to go until we get the alignment. So I just thought I'd show you, this is what it looks like now. So we've got a nylock nut, we've got the new arm, and this is the nut that got stuck. So at some point we're going to replace all of this, and we're going to be replacing down here, just everything to give it a real revamp. But for now, this will do. All in good time. Rome wasn't built in a day. I'm like joking. So we have finished. I don't know how much you can see because it's very bright out, which is lovely of course, but we have got, if I can, don't know how much you'll see. Okay, the wheel is straight, we have a bit of toe in here, and if I run around the other side, we also have a bit of toe in here. So I need to wind the track rods in, just like I think 1 revolution on each side, but we are getting tracking in 2 days and I'm not using the car until then. So what would you do? Comment down below. But pretty good, they're pretty good, I think. Now that I've finished doing the track rods, I thought I'd give you a little bit of an update as to what is coming next with videos and the Silvia. So the Silvia this week, as I've mentioned previously, has an MOT. It's going in for an alignment on Tuesday, so in 2 days time, and then sorry, it's taken it out of me. I don't know why, running up the stairs real quick. The Silvia is going in for an alignment Tuesday in 2 days time. The glass, if you didn't notice, it has a massive crack on it. So while I was in Japan, there was a small little chip where a Tesla pulled out in front of me and kicked up a stone. While I was in Japan, through the cold weather, it has extended itself. I'm getting the glass replaced on Wednesday, and then it has an MOT on Thursday, and then after that it's all pretty good, hunky-dory, back to hopefully how it should be, and we can enjoy the car. And then we've got a few car shows coming up, which I'm going to be filming and recording for that, and then we've got a few exciting things coming up down the pipeline later on this year, which I'm extremely excited to show you guys. So that is basically what's happening. The Silvia has been doing great so far. I've been enjoying it so much. In the very brief time that I've been back. Obviously I've been snowboarding and stuff like that, which you saw at the beginning of this video. I didn't film too much because it's quite intense, and for someone who hasn't been snowboarding a hell of a lot, it's quite hard to record and snowboard at the same time competently, especially in a resort that has reds and blacks primarily. Quite intense. So to finish up, I thought that I would share with you guys something very special if you have made it this far in the video, and I would like your thoughts on this. So first things first, if you're not following this channel, please subscribe and hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already, but also follow me on Instagram and follow my new page, which is called Lucky Style Racing. Very excited to bring you guys some things. I have some stickers, and I also have a new hoodie which is going to be launching very soon with a Cars and Coffee event. Very much like to see you guys there. It'll be really cool to meet some of you guys and to showcase your cars. That's the whole point, is to have some fun, bring a community together and enjoy some coffee, look at cool cars, and, you know, record it at the end of the day. So here is the hoodie which I have created. This here is the hoodie. So it is a very limited edition, very small batch. Lucky Style, it says Lucky Style in Japanese, and I'm very happy with it. It's got some cherry blossoms because it's spring. It's kind of like a lighter hoodie for like summer and spring to keep you warm while you're working on your cars or while you're driving, especially at night when you want to have the windows down, listen to your exhaust. This is something just to keep you a little bit warm, and I love it. Everyone who has seen it so far loves it, and you can find out more information on Instagram. So this is also the rear. We've got my car, and then we've got Lucky Style in the back in like a nice sakura colour on like a grey with a black and white version of my car. Shout out to Justin, he took this photo. So if you guys like it, let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't already. Peace out and stay lucky.